Hear me singing. Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you the junk that we bought. We tell you how much we paid, how much we're going to sell it for. And if you want to shop along, you can just go to JamieRayVintage.com and the menu, click Saturday Thrift Haul, or Caitlin is on here dropping links as we mention items. However, things sell quick, so sometimes people want to take sneak peeks because everything live is available now. So
we're calling it junk because, you know, it's kind of an eclectic mix of a lot of different stuff, but most of it came from the thrift store. A couple things came from Facebook Marketplace.
Yard sale.
A
couple of things. And then Facebook Marketplace, the big copper pot behind me.
That one.
And yeah, so we're super excited. Let's get started. Let's show them our junk.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the basket right off the bat.
Well, you got to skip with it because that is a giant basket.
This is a Redrick find. Redrick came thrifting with us on Monday morning because it's summertime, and he's like, I want to go. So we took him along, and we got a few things here from Redrick, but he's like, Dad, that looks like a good basket. I'm like, that is a good basket. Let's get it. It's $42.95. I don't know where the tag is. I think we paid $3, maybe $4 for it. It was not expensive.
I think it was $4.
Yeah, $4. I don't know that if you've got this loaded up with like picnic stuff you want to skip, but you know, it does pretty good if it's lightweight stuff. It's kind of real swingy. I want to really like skip slow with it, like slow motion.
You get Zeb skipping first thing.
It's a good slow motion skipper.
A slow motion skipper. All right. All right, let's do those candlesticks next.
Okay.
Candlesticks are always Zeb's favorite. Tell them what happened with these.
Jamie found the big one. I found the little one. Separate parts in the store. We came together at the cash register, and she was like, oh, hey, I have the match for that.
Yeah, he was loading it up on the thing, and I had my cart behind him. And I was like, wow, yay. Because I almost didn't pick it because I was like, oh, it doesn't have a friend. But it did have a friend. It was in your cart.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're exactly the same. No, they do have similar details down
here.
No,
they're matching. They have the same finish.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but they're part of a set. So they were $1 and $1.50. And we're going to paint them all awesome. What?
$1.50 and $1.
That's a really good deal.
I love going to Savers because they always have good stuff. But there's a reason the good stuff's always there, because these at Savers would be probably like $6 and $5. And I'm like, no, I want it for $1 and $1.50 because I'm used to shopping at the DI.
$29.95, and we're going to paint them probably two-tone with some wax situation. I love to do two-tone. If you guys have not watched it, we put out a video on Friday that shows us thrifting. It shows the new land. We just bought off-grid land, and it shows paint finishes, and I show you guys how to do a white dry brush and a two-tone, and the clock turned out pretty fantastic. So if you haven't watched that video, check that out.
Special. You know,
Caitlin, can you drop that link to the video from Friday?
We had footage of Jamie putting the golden ticket on there, or no, it was the pennies from heaven. Patina. It was the pennies from heaven from DIY, and somehow I got that right on edited out. It's not on the clock. Yeah. Yeah,
that's all right. They can see that it happened.
These were also thrifted separately, but I feel like they're a pretty good match set as well.
No, they are, because they do. They have this part. They are a match set.
This I got, and then you got this one.
What? How did that even happen?
I don't know.
Twice.
They were $1 each. So Jamie scored with the taller one for $1. Mine was $1.
But yours is chunkier.
A little shorter.
Oh, I guess it's the same.
Yeah, same size. We're selling the set. We're going to paint them, do a little upcycle on them. They're going to be $28.95.
They're going to be cute.
I love this one. It looks like a chess piece.
I knew you were going to say that. I love, though, that we're so in sync that even when we're not thrifting together, we're thrifting things that match.
I had Redrick with me.
Yeah.
And so we were going, we hit the yard up, which is always good. I always have good luck out in the yard, at least
Hey,
2 or 3
Yumiko.
things.
Let's see. Janine made the live. Hello, Janine.
All right. This, you'll never guess how much this was. How much would you pay for this at the thrift store?
I'd pay $12.
You pay up to $12 for that?
Because it's got the silver on it. It's like really well made. Like the bottom's
It's a really great apothecary jar style, and it's got metal accents on it. All right, I don't want to keep you in suspense for too long. It's going to be $32.95 because that's what it's worth on the open market.
You paid $4.
We paid $4 for it.
What? It's a miracle. It's
So
a thrifting miracle.
keep that in mind when you're thrifting. If you're thrifting for yourself or you're thrifting to resell. If you're thrifting for yourself, you're like, okay, I just saved $28 because I found this for myself.
I still think if we were going to buy that in a boutique, it'd be $49.95.
Yeah, if you're thrifting for resale, keep that in mind. Just because you got a good deal on it today doesn't mean that later down the road you might have to pay $15 to be a player on this. And there you go.
Players got to play. People are
in mind
shopping
when you're thrifting.
See,
we got good stuff.
I know. Today is actually, I always like our hauls, but today is like an especially good one. Let's see what we got. Oh, too many buttons.
You touched too many buttons.
Let's see. Julianne bought the wood pay grill. So that one's over there. You want to show that one?
Yes.
She also got some Farm Fresh and the wallflower transferred. Juliana, if you're still on here, are you going to use the Farm Fresh and then the wallflower? Because that's a good combo.
This one is authentic. It has a little bit of a curve to it.
It's smiling at you.
Which I love. I feel like maybe someone hung a heavy backpack off at the middle for a long time. Maybe something like that happened. But loving the curve on it. It might have been on purpose. But either way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs.
I like the little
Yeah, they're really good.
Just a good. It's not the typical the ones that are like curved with a small end. It's like they look like little mushrooms.
And these pegs look like they're handmade. They're not all uniform.
Yeah, those ones are cool.
It's cool. It's like someone hand turned them and threw them on here.
Shabby 2. Did the piece of land speak to you guys at this very moment while you have so much financial stuff you're trying to balance? I actually wasn't thinking about money. But it was literally the cheapest land in Utah.
So the land we bought, we've been looking for a while. Since we closed on this house and got it finished and built, before the church was even a twinkle in our eye, we were like, we want to get somewhere off grid. We want to have somewhere off grid where we're not in like an HOA, because a lot of your like wild property up here isn't that wild. It's in an HOA and there's power and water to it. I don't know why we want to go the hard route and go completely off grid, but we do.
Because we's po. We spent all of our money on the church, so we ain't got no $100,000 for a lot.
So we have a cousin that bought a lot in a really primo.
They got 10 acres
spot. They have 12 acres. 12. But I'm not going to disclose which cousin, but they paid almost $200,000 just for the lot. There's nothing on it. It's an hour, 2 hours away from here, way up high on the mountain. There's no house or anything yet. They paid $190,000.
We didn't pay anywhere near that.
So I feel like we got a really good deal. All right, let's show them some stuff. We've been having story time. Okay, this is from a yard sale.
Kit.
First aid kit. Jamie's
Bonus.
like, oh, what's that box? I'm like, this is a first aid kit.
So that was inside. I had this other big toolbox that I had bought, and I was opening it up to photograph, and what was inside? This box. So it was a twofer. So I would say I probably paid like $10 for the big toolbox. So maybe this was like $1.
The safety art on here is classic. If you don't know what safety art is, it's basically like instructions in picture form that is art that's been drawn on like machinery or whatever. My cousin and I have a fun joke about safety art. But anyway, this safety art in here is great because it's trying to show you how to do it's called first aid instructions, but it's trying to show you how to give CPR. And it literally looks like the person giving the CPR is choking the other person out.
Don't do that. That's not going to save their life.
I'm bringing it so you can see.
So I'm just going to say I paid $1 for that, even though I guess it was free because it came inside the other thing.
Yeah, it was.
And how much are we selling that one for?
This one is going for $19.95. I'll give you the close-up crusty. Yeah, it's got the good rust, a little bit of paint.
Granite Construction Company.
All right, hold on. Let's see if we can get that focused. What does that look like to you guys? Can you
$19.95. That's how much it is.
It does look like it's safe. That doesn't look safe to me.
I don't know. The third picture looks good.
I'm leaving the instructions in there. You decide.
All right. So I'm going to show this. Rosie bought this. It's a cement column base. And we were supposed to have it on last week. And I forgot to take a picture of it. So it's on this week. And I don't know how much we paid for it.
It was $1.
It was $1?
It was $1.
That is so cheap. And we're selling for $18.95. It's
terracotta.
I thought it was cement. Gray. It's terracotta, even better. But
yeah,
the patina on it is good. And I'm not painting it because it's cool.
If you really want your Jesus bust to stand out, you could get both.
Well, Rosie already bought the chrome
Rosie.
base.
All right.
So I love busts. Like I'm obsessed with them. This one is a stone bust with a wooden base. I don't know what kind of stone it is.
It's also got the Messiah carved in the
Oh,
side over
that's
here.
cool. And it was one. How much was it?
It was $1.
$1. I was like, the angels were singing, the clouds parted, and I was like, there's Jesus for $1. It was such a good deal. And we're selling him for
$22.95.
which I still feel like is a good deal to get a stone Jesus with a wooden base. I mean, it's a very classic look. Janine says, there's nothing like to have land. I walk my property daily with my dogs. I'm not a subdivision kind of girl. I would love to put a little cabin by the creek one day. That is fun. We don't know, like, we can't, there's no money in the budget right now to like put a cottage on there. But we think maybe 4 or 5 years we'll have it developed out. We're like not in a rush because we didn't spend a ton of money on it like we did for this house or for the church, which actually this house
She says she's not in a rush, but I guarantee it'll be probably like next year.
What? Anyways, it's nice not to have a deadline. Stinker.
There's no deadline. Redrick thrifted this. We love these. They're amazing for like a ton of stuff. This doesn't need anything. Olive is in. Olivey greens are super in right now. So if you find something like this at the thrift store, don't mess with it. Just get it. And you don't need to paint it. It's good. This was $2. Had a little dent in the bottom. I've pushed it out. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's got a little crinkle.
It adds to the.
It's good. We're selling it for $13.95.
$13.95. 144 Decor says 2029, and Goodson Vintage Treasures wants to know if it has water. It does not have water. That's why I'm saying it's going to be a minute. That's why when I tell you that we bought the cheapest listing in the entire state of Utah, I am not kidding.
Here's the situation.
So there's a lot of things you got to do to get water.
You have to buy water shares in Utah to have a well and use your water.
First, you have to go to the Utah Water Department to see if you can do a well. And then if they say yes, then you have to buy a water share. And then after you buy a water share,
then you have to drill the well.
You got to do a water dance and pray that there's actually water and drill a well.
So we're up on the side of the hill at 7,200 feet in elevation. Water is down in the valley. It was running when we were down up in the area in March, but it's not running anymore now that it's June. So the snow melt-off's gone. I'm assuming water will probably be about 500 feet below us, which is a long way to drill a well. And up here in Utah, that we're looking down the barrel at like $35,000 just to drill it and hope there's water.
So that's what I'm saying. We are going to get some water tanks, and there's companies that come fill them for you. This is not our daily driver at this point. It's just a place to get away to. So I'm okay with a water tank.
Jamie's like, can you drill your own well? Can you do that? I'm like, I don't want to tell you no, but that's a lot of equipment. You'd spend $35,000 on the truck and the pipes.
All right. So we got a super chat from Sally, and guess where she's at, Zeb? She's in Prescott, escaping the heat. That's our hometown.
I met Jamie at a football game in Prescott.
Yeah. The Prescott versus Bradshaw game. Bradshaw won.
It's important because she used to go to Bradshaw.
Yeah. And Zeb didn't go to either. I don't know why you were there.
To
meet me?
Ty was there. I was his ride home.
Oh.
And then we went to dinner afterwards. It was great.
At Applebee's. Half-price appetizers.
And your current homecoming.
Oh, you can also collect rainwater.
Your current homecoming date showed up and gave me the stink eye all the rest of the evening. It was all right. I could handle it.
You won.
This is California pottery.
Let's show them the pottery.
And we're struggling with story time. We're exhausted, guys. It was hot today.
We had a crazy week. Like, we have a lot of stories this week.
Yeah, it was 95 today, and while the AC works in the chapel portion of the church, I was spraying paint, so I turned it off because I don't want that all getting in my AC unit. And Jamie's like, can we just turn it on?
My hair's wet, not because I showered, but because I came home, stripped down, and jumped in the pool with my boys, and we went swimming for about an hour because it was so dang hot.
I don't know if this had a lid originally. I'm guessing it might have. It's California, USA pottery. It's got a 60 stamp on it with a little C over here on the side. I'll show you because it's cool.
I love this. I love California pottery, but I never find I never find white. And so I picked it up and I thought that, oh, that's cute. And I flipped it over and I was like, California. So
If
it's
you
got
find
almost,
this in your thrift store.
do you think the glaze is almost like a gray color?
Yeah, it is. It's got
It's
an
a white,
ironstone look.
Yeah, it looks like ironstone for sure.
But we got it for $2. Guys.
$2. That was seriously the
$29.95. Doesn't even really have any like imperfections. It's like a couple tiny little, and that might have been from when they made it.
Yeah, there's a couple of what we like to call flea bites in it. All right, so let's show the books. I did not catch a name, but I had a cute gal stop by the church last week, and she's like, "I'm your neighbor. You don't know me, but I also follow you." And she had like short blonde hair, and she was super sweet. And she's like, "I have these books," and so she brought me books. So we have these Reader's Digest books. She brought me 5, and then one of them we found somewhere else. What's that one from?
This is from, I want to say Goodwill. I don't remember now.
Anyways, this one is not Reader's Digest, but matches up.
This might have been from the bins, and I forgot to get it in the haul.
I think so.
The Goodwill bins or Goodwill outlet if you're looking for them.
So each of these stacks are $19.95 each. I just like them because the coloring. This is like gray and green, and this is like mustard.
Yeah.
Gray and mustard. So they're like similar.
Look at the
color
green on that.
schemes.
What was the name of the?
They're all in good shape.
Someone told us what the name of the pages were when they weren't cut evenly, and now I forgot it.
They told us last week. I don't remember either.
I forgot it. If that was you, say it again because I forgot.
So $19.95 for each set of 3, and the coloring is really good on them. And they probably have some good stories. Jaws 2.
Mm. I don't know that this one's a Reader's Digest.
No, it's not. I said it wasn't.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I'm a little distracted. Watch out for that. I'm not even distracted. I'm just tired. All
right, Bunt Pan. Jan was trying to buy this. I hope she got it. This was $2. And it is the best shade of cranberry red. If I'm not a huge red person, it's no secret. But if I was going to choose a red, it would be this one. Our very first house we ever bought, our front door was cranberry red. And it was yellow, like a buttercream yellow with a red front door. And it was all sided. And not just in the front like they try to do in subdivisions. It was sided all the way around with red shutters. No, was it red shutters? Yeah, red shutters, red front door, and white trim. Anyways. That's the color of my front door, my first house. And we're selling it for $12.95.
Yep.
You get a story and a bunt pan. Deckle pages.
Deckled.
Like speckle, but with a D.
I like it. I was so happy when they told us that, and then it like left my brain because it was late at night, and I went to sleep right after I found out. All right, $2 for this one, $2 for this one. Enamel Pans. They're
in really good condition.
They were $4 for both. We're selling the set together for $22.95. I'm not seeing any rust or damage on them. Maybe just a couple little.
No, they're good.
They're usable. Like you could go camping. You could use these in your kitchen. They're great. They're good to go.
Yeah, it's a good one. Oh, it's supposed to drop 30 degrees.
When?
We're gonna have a couple days in the 60s.
I'll take it.
Hallelujah.
Usually that means it's coming
on Monday.
Usually that means it also comes with rain when it drops like that.
We just invested in we had a Harbor Freight spray gun that we were so exhausted when we were done with this house that it didn't get cleaned out.
It got put in the garage and then we started moving and it got forgotten.
Yeah, I got forgot. So it wasn't unseasoned. So we invested in a gray coat airless sprayer. I had to convince Zeb because day before yesterday, it was me and a paintbrush trying to paint Adobe. And it's like crumbling and getting in my paint. And I'm like, sweetie, we have to paint this entire church, top to bottom. We have to paint the barn. We have to paint the cottage. We have to paint the outside of the cottage. I'm like, can we please just buy a paint sprayer? And so we did. And so Monday, we're going to paint sprayer again. So it'll be nice if it's cool because we'll have to open all the windows.
I'll take it. I will take it.
All right. Show them our little.
And I do like using a paint sprayer, but I was trying to go cheap and just do the roller because paint sprayers aren't that cheap. Even the Harbor Freight ones are like $300 these days.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the pneumatic sprayers. We're talking about airless, pump it out of a 5-gallon bucket sprayer.
Zeb, Jane Brown is still up.
Jane, you're up.
And she's
probably watching.
I don't know if she's watching because she didn't order anything from Thrift Hall.
She needs stuff for a wedding coming up, but she's an early shopper. It's like a year out. So she's trying to get all the stuff she needs That way she's ready and done.
I
And
know.
she can
I have a
just
list of
enjoy
things I need
the
to
wedding.
find for her. One of them, the manufacturer didn't sell it anymore, but I'm going to see if I can find it anyways. All right. This was not priced, and they gave it to me for 25 cents. I think it's so cute. I would assume it's probably for like a candle, but I love these.
Look at that. It's like a little tail on the back.
For head pieces. Or just like on a little like shutter. How cute would this be? Anyways, I paid 25 cents and I'm selling it for $3.95.
I like your shutter idea. That's good.
Yeah, it'd be cute on a little shutter.
All right.
So Anita got the copper boiler. We'll show that in a minute. I was going to show we already showed
Anita,
the
you shopped ahead and you were wise to shop ahead
Lisa,
because it's in good shape.
Lisa got the silver glass apothecary jar. She also got the cutting board with reclaimed copper repair.
Oh, that's from...
We don't have that here. It's already at the shop.
We did that on a channel membership live stream.
Yeah, so that was the one that we showed you last week, but I updated the photo because I put the copper on it. We actually had 2 copper cutting boards. But I don't have either.
That copper is from the water lines in the church. Once I run out, I'm not going to have any, so it's kind of special.
Yeah, that is special. Oh, Sarah bought Jesus. You know what? Sarah also bought the Jesus print that we had too.
Nice. I like where you're at, Sarah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay.
All right, Pioneer Woman set. I love the coloring. She has great taste in some of her dishes. It's just cool stuff. This is going to be, I don't know, what did we say? $13.95 on this?
Yeah, Kina just bought it.
$13.95 on this. It was $1 for this. And then each cup was also $1. So we spent $5 for the total deal. This was $13.95. These are going for, I don't remember now.
$14.95?
$14.95.
And we paid $1 each. Kina also just bought those.
So she got the whole set.
She got those. She bought the Reader's Digest books, the soup tureen, a bunch of stamps. She went shopping and had a really good time. Thanks, Kina. All right, let's show this. So this maybe won't be that interesting to you guys. We live in the state of Utah, and in the state of Utah, the pioneers helped settle it. The church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so because we have a store in Utah, anytime I find something that's part of the history of our state, I like to, well.
That's actually before the state.
It's actually before the state. It's before they got here. But anything that's in the history of the church, I always buy it because it sells well. So what this is their certified limited edition prints of this, the Kirtland Society Bank. And it's money that they printed kind of like bonds. And then it's got a little story on here.
They got ran out of Kirkland, which is why they ended up in the desert in Utah.
It's got a little story on here, and I found 2 of them, and they are numbered. Anyways, it'll be cool. If nobody buys it online, for sure these will sell well in the shop. I paid $3 each, and I'm selling them for $19.95. And they are like professionally framed. So if you like,
so this is
church
number
history,
1,097 out of 10,000.
This is 1305.
They're cool.
And the signature on here is Sidney Rigdon and Joseph Smith. So a lot of people like to also see like the actual signature of that. So anyways, just a little fun fact for you. I found a lot of weird like church history things. I also once found these bookends. And my friend who's not even a member, she's from Tennessee, but she loves like church history. It was like Joseph Smith and Brigham Young. And I painted them and she bought them. And she did a video not too long ago and they were like in the background.
Oh, she's using them. Nice.
Yeah. All right. This is just a like knobby, chunky, looks like trim molding. It does need to be scrubbed up, but I like how fat, these are like chubby mushrooms. We have the skinny mushrooms, these are chubby mushrooms. And it was $4.
They are the same style now.
They are the exact same style. And I'm selling it for $19.95. This one's good. I love pay grills.
All right. This is a Redrick find. He's like, Dad, this? I'm like, yeah, put it in the cart. He kept running things by me. He's like, what about this? What about this? Because I did say no on a couple things, but by the time we were done thrifting, his eye was getting pretty good. He knew what we were looking for.
So when we went to the bins, we found one that was like a little bit more scrolly, but I think the 2 will look good together in the shop.
So this was $1.50. This one didn't get priced. Did it make it in the thrift haul?
What? Yeah.
I'm going to set aside while we figure out
Caitlin, do you
what
have
the price
the link
is
to
on
that? Let me know if it's not on there.
Redrick also helped me find. We found this just by itself, and it was probably for like some jams or salt and pepper shakers. And then we found this set of salt and pepper shakers. When you're at the thrift store, always be looking for a marriage.
This one, Caitlin, is there a link for this?
I remember seeing what it's called. You called it like scrolly metal.
Yeah, the price just isn't on
candlestick.
here. We paid $1.50, so I'll see if Caitlin can find the link.
All right, so these were 75 cents each, and then this I believe was $1.50. It's not on.
So that's
here.
$3 for the.
We're selling all of them together for $19.95, and they do have the stoppers when you're finding salt and pepper shakers at the thrift store. Whoop.
Oh, it's $8.95. Caitlin found the link. So we paid $1.50 and it's $8.95. And if you buy this one, look for another curly candlestick. I can't remember what it's called, but it's from like last week or the week before, because they would pair really well together.
So tip of the night, make sure that your salt and pepper shakers at the thrift store, when you're getting them, have their stoppers.
Suki said she saw you and Redrick when you found this.
Oh, nice.
You saw us out in the wilds. All right. So Patricia, I want to show these because she bought both of them. Zeb is obsessed with making marriages. And I think it comes from like, especially these ones, because we have a 5-tiered pie holder and you know, Zeb loves pies. So whenever he finds them, usually they don't have the pie plates. So he's always mixing and matching. And then this one, he tried to put some funky stuff in it. He had like a pot lid and I was like, get some bowls for that situation. It was going to be cool.
You know, that pot lid would have held your fruit so good.
Anyways, we found these bowls and it was $4 and $1.50 plus 75 cents and $1, and these were $2. And we're selling this one for $34.95. How much is that one?
This one
$34.95.
$34.95. I like this one a lot just because the strap is kind of unique.
Yeah, and
it's got a handle. It's got a little wobble to it, but you can flatten that.
Well, it could also be your countertops that level.
It could be. But
Patricia bought both of these.
That's awesome.
Patricia, what are you going to put in them?
Patricia, I would love if you're in the Jamie Ray Vintage group on Facebook.
Show us what you put in them.
Take a pic. Show us what you do with them and tag us in there so that we can see it. Because there's a lot of people in there now. It's like 20,000 people in the group almost.
So and
if you don't tag me, I might not see it.
Suki also saw you guys get those. All right. See if there's any questions. All right, let's see.
You got to thrift fast. Suki, if you were there trying to thrift, I'm sorry if I grabbed anything
Anita bought this, so let's show her what she bought. This is actually a really good deal because I normally sell these for like $160 with the lid, but this one did not have a lid, so I sold it for $124. However, this one is much better condition. There's no holes. It's not all, usually the copper is all like worn off.
The inside kind of shows the wear that you would normally see.
Somebody polished this and it is in good condition. I paid $25 for it, which I have personally paid $160 for a copper pot with a lid before. So
it was busted up.
But I liked it.
The one you got would look like it'd been run over and then reshaped.
This one's much better condition. I paid $25 and I sold it to Anita for $124.95. So good job, Anita. All right.
Okay, this is a frame. If you watched the video, you saw me tell Redrick no on a couple frames.
Oh, Suki watched the video. That's what it was.
Oh, gotcha. You would have seen me tell Redrick no, not that frame, no, not that frame. And it wasn't that the frame was bad or that the subject matter was bad in the frame. This one was $10, and some of the ones Redrick was looking at were like 30, 35. And some of the art at the thrift store will go up high, and it's probably worth that. But when I'm thrifting, like I might take this out and do decoupage, or we might leave it in. It's not bad. Might paint the frame, it just depends.
We are going to. So that one, we're going to leave the art in it. Zeb actually didn't like the art in it. I like it, and I think if we paint the frame like an olive green with a white
make it good.
And a dark wax, I feel like that will make, well, actually maybe not a white, maybe a cream and olive green with a dark wax. That'll make the artwork that's inside of it pop. We paid what, $10?
Yeah, this was $10, and I feel like that was a good deal because it's pretty big.
Well, the price on the back was $145 originally from the store. That actually looks like the price tags from Taipan Trading.
Maybe.
And we're going to sell it for $99.95.
But look at the detail on the frame. If you see a frame like this, at least go check it out and be like, okay, what's the price on that? Because sometimes you can find really great deals, and it's big. It's probably, I'd say, a solid 30 inches tall.
Oh, Marty just bought it. I'll make it super cute for Marty. All right, what did Sarah get? She bought something else. Oh, the bunt pen. It's a bunt. All right, so this is like one of Zeb's favorite finds. It looks like a scientific beaker type measuring cup. It was $1 and it's a 2-cup measuring cup. And I like it because the 2-cup is down here. So you have a lot of room so you don't like overflow it.
Here's the thing about that I love the most about this. It's the same size all the way down. I can't stand measuring cups that are like tapered because
sorry.
No, you're good. I'll tell it in a second.
Marty, it did say new art was going to be put in it. I forgot that I did that. We'll put new art in it for you.
So I was going to decoupage it. So what do you want? What paper do you want? I'll let you pick since it's going to your home.
What theme do you want, Marty?
All right.
Let us know.
So, there's a little Roxy's in the road. Frederick, go grab Roxy and chase her back over next door.
Oh, yeah.
There's a car that's stopped for her. All right. Measuring cup story.
Hold on, I just want to make sure she doesn't run back in the street.
When your measuring cup is tiered or tapered like this, it's so hard to guesstimate. I very rarely, like if I got a 1 cup, I'm going to throw a half, or sometimes I'm doubling a recipe or tripling it or doing it in a third. I don't want to have to guess what the taper is. So this is a good
cup. And for $13.95, you don't have to guess either.
There's a debate on this.
Oh, it's already sold. So somebody else must have liked it.
There's a debate on Facebook. Is this a candle holder? Is it a jar lifter?
It's a jar lifter.
Yeah, someone.
You could put a candle.
Someone was like, "That's a candle holder. That's not a jar lifter."
You could put a candle in it.
You could. You really could. Our beeswax candles would look amazing in this.
I think we only have a couple left.
A couple.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Carol got the black candlesticks.
Let me see what it looks like, just to show you guys, give you an idea.
I'm waiting to see if Marty tells us what she wants in her frame, but I haven't seen it.
If she wants me to just guess, I can. I'm probably not going to do that.
I like
one
the
tonight.
fairly new floral deco page you put in a basket a while back. Oh, that would be gorgeous. I hope it's big enough that we could do the one that I put in the bottom of that basket, like the Moody Vintage Floral. What's that one called? Which decoupage paper?
Is it the little?
It has 2 floral prints, and one is like a Moody one.
It's called double floral or something like that. At least that's what I call it.
All right, that's what she wants. Yeah, that'll look good. We might have to paint the background and then kind of rip the edges around the floral because I don't think it'll fill the space, but we'll make it look good. Okay.
Check that out. Hand poured JRV all natural beeswax candle goes great.
He's selling you the candle. All right, jar lifter. How much was that? Do you even know? Is there prices?
It was 75 cents, and we sold it for $10.95.
Oh, it's for a Yankee Candle in the glass jar. That's why. Grandpa wants to know who's Roxy. That's our neighbor's Chihuahua.
Yeah.
She's
an escape artist.
Well, they don't have a fence, so usually they let her out to pee, and she goes right back in. But occasionally, she comes into our yard. So Redrick chased her in. All right, I'm just seeing if there's any. Oh, somebody bought the jar lifter. Actually, you know what? I'm going to text you what Marty wants because I'm going to forget.
Okay. That's a good call because there's a lot on the conveyor belt right now and stuff's flying.
Well, I forgot that I even said we were going to put new art in it because originally I thought, well, maybe we'd keep it. And then I changed it up. So, all right. Texted Zeb
This is special to Jamie. It's probably for holding a certain type of utensil that's got a very dedicated use. But she wants me to cut off all of these ridges. We're not going to.
I'm just going to sell the way it is.
Oh, it's just as is? Thank goodness, because that's going to be tough to cut that.
So if you guys have seen, I think it was Renee from Faux Your Eyes Only. She used a spoon display to make a church number holder, for like the hymn numbers. And hers was cool. But this one is really cool because it's scrolly and it has embossed detail. And it's like bomb. So I thought, well, maybe we could take it and Zeb could cut it and we can make it look like that. But the reality is Zeb ain't got time for that right now. So rather than like upcycle it and charge $1 million, I thought we'd just give it for a good price. So somebody could either use it for a spoon holder or upcycle it for a hymnal number situation. I don't know what they're called. They're really popular in the farmhouse world.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So it was $1.50 and we're selling it for $18.95. So you can use it as a spoon holder. You can upcycle it, whatever works.
I'm going to show this close so that you can see the etching. This was $2 and it had been marked down several times. No one was popping on it at the thrift store, but it's got like this floral etch over here. Can you guys, oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, it was $15 originally.
Well, that's
I don't know if it's crystal. If it's not crystal, it's like a really good glass.
It's super thick glass down on the bottom. It's almost got like a little green tint to it. So I don't know that it's crystal.
Oh, Anita also bought the pink.
Because crystal doesn't really get a tint. It's like clear.
That's true. I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's $22.95, and it's. Did you show them the flower on the bottom? Well, I don't know the flower, but like the starburst.
Starburst. Redrick's over here.
Kathy says it looks like Princess House crystal.
Redrick's over here intently watching with Cody to see if we're showing the stuff he picked.
No, I'm just watching. I always watch.
Yeah, it could be Princess House, but I don't know if it's crystal. So I'm not gonna like promote that it's crystal, but it's really good glass if it's not. All right, so this is cute. It looks in the picture really awesome. Okay. But it's just like paper put on here. So we will remove any loose paper or make sure it's glued on. It's going to get painted. It'll get a big fat mold on the front.
If that was enameled on there, I'd leave that all day long.
Yeah, but it's not. And it's going to be $38.95. The best part about this is it has a lid. Wait for it.
I thought it didn't have the lid. When I grabbed it, the lid was like down inside. So I'm pretty excited.
And a handle with a wooden turned handle. I love these. So I think personally that it's kind of farmhousey and they kind of zhuzhed it up. So if we paint it, it can go back to like a more traditional farmhouse style. So that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll put like a rooster on the front. It
would be good with a stencil on it too.
I want a mold.
Okay, we can do the rooster mold.
And I'm usually the one that winds up painting the thrift haul.
It is you usually. I'm like.
He paints on Saturday nights, but usually by the time the next week happens, he's busy doing the church remodel. And not that I'm not busy, but like I'm the assistant, I'm the helper. He's the main guy. So
at least on the remodel.
Yeah. So I usually stay home.
You're the idea gal.
I'm the idea gal.
She's the what if we do this, and I make that happen for her.
So I wind up staying home painting the thrift haul. Occasionally, if he buys something really dumb that I don't want to paint, and I tell him at the thrift store I don't want to paint that, I make him paint it because I'm like, you bought it, dude. But I'm gonna paint this and put a mold on it.
This was a good buy.
Oh, it is Princess House. Karen says she has 2 large and 2 smalls, and she's sold them. Sweet. Well, then $22.95 is a good deal.
All right. This is an amazing plant hanger. Jamie would probably put a fern in this on our front porch. She's real into ferns right now. Just spilling all over out of this. It would be awesome.
My ferns aren't spilling yet because I can't. Well, I wasn't going to spend $40. So I bought some for $6.95 and I'm just waiting for them to grow.
You got discount ferns?
I just bought the small ones. It's like, that'll grow.
This is really heavy duty and it's actually plastic wrapped. So it will last a long time. It's not going to get rusty.
And it was $10 at a yard sale last week. And I just didn't put it in the haul yet because we had so much. And it's going to be $49.95. And it comes with the coconut core liner in the bottom. Somebody had a question. Oh, no, Caitlin Googled it. It's called a hymn board. Where you put the numbers, it's called a hymn board.
Good job, Caitlin.
So
you're always coming through for me.
I'm selling these together. They're electroplated on copper.
They're the same shape, but they have different edges.
Yep. And they were 75 cents each, which is a smoking deal. And I'm selling the set for $18.95. And these are cute for display. They might have had a gravy boat in them originally, but you could also put soap in them in a guest dish. But they're really great vintage silver plate over copper, which is the like quality kind of silver plate. Caitlin says she's good with the Google.
Yeah, she
is.
All right. So this was in the yard. It was $4. $5. We're selling it for $29.95.
I would have paid $10 for it.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't tell the people at DI, but I would have.
Yeah, it is a functional bird cage should you want to use it like that, but we would probably use it for decor because we don't have we don't have any indoor birds.
No, because Cody would eat them. Remember how we had to move the chickens? And they actually have eaten a few birds in the backyard.
Cody, you got to watch out for him. He thinks he's a cat. He sleeps in the windowsill while he waits for the kids to come off the bus. It's summertime now, but he's still sleeping up there.
He waits for the birds in the backyard
and he will get the birds, like the little Tweety birds that fly into the yard. He's up to 2 now. He's only 10 months old. He gets them
and then Rex finishes them off.
Yeah.
Not that you guys want to hear that, but we cannot have birds.
Well, they are bird
For
dogs.
dogs.
All right. This was $1.50 at the DI. We're selling it for $16.95 as is. No need to do anything to this.
So this is looks like a machine chippy, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
And I like the texture. It's almost like the people knew how to use salt wash. I probably isn't. But yeah, it's really cute. What did you already tell them the price?
Yes.
I like it. It's like a blue with a brown glaze situation. Are we almost done?
We're almost done with the thrift haul. Then we got to paint some stuff. But Harrington has my drop cloth that I usually use.
We have 2 drop cloths.
Are you sure they didn't get taken? All right. These frames are excellent. They're solid wood frames, painted gold. They got like this faux finish. I don't know if Jamie put in the listing that we're going to paint them, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to paint these and then bring back the gold with the distressing. Someone asked a couple days ago very intently, why do you got to distress everything? Because we've painted and painted and painted pristine finishes.
Because I'm not that good at painting,
spray
so
like a
I don't want to
champ
be perfect.
and get you that factory finish. But we love the chippy. We love it. That's the we look for it out in barns and the back of sheds and in people's yards. The rustier and crustier, the better. And that's what we spend our free time doing, is trying to figure out
tell them the
new
pricing on
finishes.
these? They were $1,
each.
and they're going to be $18.95 each. And I'm going to two-tone them.
Again.
Can you get me the paint blue and the white linen?
Yes.
I need
can.
a
big
paint brush
those?
and a little brush. Yeah, I'll paint these.
Okay.
Leslie and Martina are both in their JRV joggers and graphic tees. I'm wearing a JRV tee and joggers. Go figure.
You said paint blue and white linen?
Paint blue and white linen.
Okay.
I almost wore Zeb sweatpants.
You've been doing that.
Jana says, you do you with your chippy selves. I will. And people they're like, oh, it's going to go out of style. Primitive type, like that kind of style, French country, like that's been around a lot longer than modern farmhouse, the new mid-century modern vibe that's going on. Like the primitive, the French country, that's been around for years and years. All of our married life, I've liked what used to be called country, but like this is my style. I don't know, I just like it.
You left the lid off of this one. Let me see if I can bring it back to life.
No, this one had.
Oh, does it have salt wash in it?
No, we put paint frosting with the lid off. It's not coming back.
Yeah, that's
Can
not coming
you see if you
back.
can find me a Hain blue that's.
You got to use that
have
pretty
paint.
quick when you use the paint frosting.
Well, if I would have put the lid on it, it probably would have been okay.
Let me see if I can find you another one.
Oh, Leslie's wearing the lounging pants. I like the purple pants. We have these purple pants. They're huge and they're my favorite.
You might be out of luck. I think you've used the Haint Blue a ton and it's
can
gone.
I have vintage mint?
Wait, I found some.
Jana says chippy goes with everything.
Vintage mint.
Anna says, and the new paint distressed great. It does. I was worried about the new cottage colors. They wouldn't distress good, but I haven't had any problems.
Because it's got a sealer in it.
Right. If you wait like right after it's dry and you don't let it like sit for too long, you can, I've even got it to wet distress.
Don't mind me. Kitchen screwdriver. Pretty much whatever utensil's handy.
All right. What are you going to paint while I'm doing this?
I don't know. I'm going to think on it for a second.
Well, I'm going to get.
Oh, you know what? We didn't show them this big clock and this. You paint,
Oh.
I'll show them this.
All right.
So this toolbox was the one with the box within
yeah.
a box.
It's ginormous.
And this is the one that Jamie was going to save for me. I do love it, but I have like 18 toolboxes in the
True
garage.
story.
And it's time to not keep every single one that I love. But this is big. It's got a big hanger in the back for a saw. Just a great piece. I think it would actually be cool just like this. You plant in it, and then you leave it on the front porch with the lid open. Look at that.
I would put pots in it.
There you go.
And plant in the pots. That way you could put like little draining saucers in it and whatever, and you wouldn't ruin the toolbox because the toolbox is already kind of rusty. So I don't know that I'd want to get it all.
But yeah,
wet.
this one here is $124.95.
Because it's a beast.
It's huge.
It was
and
$10.
it's going to be really cool to whoever gets it. And you could
I got a
totally
yard
still
sale.
use it as a toolbox. I like the shape. It's not uniform. It's pretty unique I'm not seeing that. I think it's probably so that you could fit a specialty type tool up in the front here.
It's teal inside. Did you show them that?
I showed them, but I don't know that they
What
saw.
brush is this? This is an R20. It's a Klingon. It's a good one. Holds a lot of paint.
It's also teal and rust. And there's some acorns in the corner.
It says paint Martina's frame. Yeah, we could paint Martina's frame, but it's going to take us like quite a bit because we got to paint the back white before we decoupage it. And then we got to paint the frame. So I think that's better if we save it for like an edited video next week. Usually our videos, one video a week shows me painting the thrift haul. So we'll probably do that next week.
I could paint some of these candlesticks.
Yeah.
We should have time.
Candle, stick it up.
Oh yeah, we got 15 minutes.
Can you give me a heat gun though?
This clock is amazing. Picked this bad boy up. This was a $10 clock. It reminds me of a galvanized trash can lid. In fact, I might want to try to replicate this on some galvanized trash can lids.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah. But it's just cool. We're not doing anything to it. It's great. It's got some good fake rusty. It's not real rusty. And the hands are good on there too.
So I'm using vintage mint from the new Cottage Color. So if you're new here, you might not know, DIY Paint collaborated with us, Jamie Ray Vintage, to come out with new all-in-one paint. And you can buy this on JamieRayVintage.com as well as the thrift haul. Commercial over.
So this was $10 and we're selling it for $124.95.
These are really slick. It's going to take 2 coats. If you would grab me a heat gun though, then.
And this is big. Like this could be a statement piece all by itself on the wall.
It's going to get painted too.
Oh, we are? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's cool, but it's like Hobby Lobby painted it. So I think we can do better. Challenge accepted.
You're wanting the heat gun, right? I'm going to paint some candlesticks.
Ruru says, dang, that's a clock.
Yeah, it's big.
All right. Can you put the heat gun over here?
Yep, I'm coming. You missed big side right there.
Oh, I did? All right. There we go. There we go. I always, when I paint and I'm in a hurry, I always try to get the paint from the corners. It likes to puddle up.
Oh, thanks for watching tonight, guys. We have 1,032 people on right now.
That's a lot of people. Thanks for watching. Between YouTube and Facebook, where there's 1,000 people on here. If you are using a heat gun with the Cottage Color, be sure to move it fast because it has a built-in sealer. So if you hold it in one place, it will bubble. Unless bubbling is your jam. Hey, lunchbox lady.
I got to find a brush. I'll be right back.
Oh, hey, Kathy Gulliam. She says she's a newbie. Are you new to Jamie Ray Vintage? Sorry, I had milk paint. Or not milk paint. I had paint puddling. It takes too long.
Jamie.
Marissa is from Australia, and she says we have the best thrift stores.
We
What
do have
color
some
do
good
I
ones.
think for the giant clock? I don't know. I feel like I need to do some research and look up clocks because I kind of lend myself to maybe just like a classic black with white, but maybe it could be cool and get some copper or gold on it. Have you found paint yet?
Yeah, I'm going to try something. We've not really mixed any of these colors. I'm going to try it out and see what I get. I'm going to go for, if it doesn't work, I'll repaint. Don't be scared.
Because those already sold, so you got to do good.
I'll do good. I'm going to try to get an olivey color with the gray skies and the mint.
Oh, Belinda says the toolbox is angled, so you can't stack anything on it or stand on it and bend it. I'm not sure.
Brilliant.
That could be why. Or maybe that's happened to his toolboxes. Thanks. Corey says she likes the color on the frames. The only problem with these, it's like puddling, and I need it
There's
to
a lot
dry.
of detail on there.
I need it to dry so I can second coat it. So I'm not like adding extra paint. I'm actually taking paint off.
The gray
Thanks,
skies
Lisa.
is strong. I went less mint chip. Mint chip. That's not mint chip.
That's vintage mint. All right, that one's mostly dry.
Okay.
Thanks, Ronnie. She says the paint line is so pretty, all the colors she uses. So
This is
that to
covering-
me looks like, what's that light gray color? Gravel Road.
It does look like gravel road.
If you guys are familiar with DIY paint, they have a light gray called Gravel Road. I think you could have got a similar color just by mixing in white.
Yeah, so I did a lot of gray skies thinking I would have to go the other way, and I should have done just a drop of the gray skies in the vintage mint.
Corey, we do carry this shirt. I don't know what sizes we have in stock right now. Caitlin, if you're watching, can you drop a link to my shirt? If we're out of your size, Corey, just let us know because I reorder these often. And I believe they go up to a 2X or a 3X. Oh, super chat. Thank you. She says church or land fund. We'll put it in
Appreciate
Zeb's.
that.
We'll put it in Zeb's tractor fund. Because now that we bought land, he's on the hunt for a tractor.
I was on the hunt for a tractor when we got the church, but then we did all the projects with a shovel, and I was sad, but they're done.
Sometimes you can't wait for a tractor.
Tractors they're about like anything else here in Utah right now. They're spendy and in high demand.
Do you carry the cutting boards? Charlotte, we do have not the tall one, but the animal cutting boards. We do carry those, and we have a cow, a sheep, a rooster.
We have similar ones to the tall ones.
Yeah, we have similar ones. So, Caitlin, can you drop the farmhouse animal cutting boards? I don't remember what they're called.
I pretty much covered these with one dip of the brush. This one's for your white.
And Caitlin just dropped the link to my shirt. What? What did you do with my? I need to second coat it.
Oh,
what are you
sorry.
doing?
I thought you were ready to dry brush.
No. All right. Cynthia, we did look at Jackie's tractor. We actually saw Jackie today. It was really cool, but it needed more work. Somebody who wants to restore it, I think it would be perfect.
It would be a really cool restoration project.
A ton of implements and like good value for a restoration project. But while we do love projects, Zeb is not a mechanic, and we don't have time for restoration.
She says like I couldn't do it. I got a super mechanic in my back pocket.
Tyrell told us he did not have time for that project.
He did. He came.
He's
and
like,
looked
could
at it with us.
I fix it? Yes. Do I have time to fix it? He said no. So when we don't have the kind of money they would take to hire somebody to restore it. But if somebody had time to restore a tractor, it would be awesome because it was super cool.
It's not like an urgent thing. I'll probably buy one in the middle of winter when tractor season isn't in.
Tractor season.
It's definitely tractor season right now.
I'm not done.
I'm just trying to get my color.
All right. Okay. 2 coats is giving me pretty good coverage. Sometimes you need 3, depending on which color you're using. But 2 coats is just working.
I need to borrow that heat gun from you.
I don't need 100% coverage because I'm going to do a white dry brush. I would not use a heat gun. I would just let it dry. If you let it dry on its own, you get better coverage even.
You also get less brush strokes because it's self-leveling.
Yeah.
If you heat gun it, it dries it really quick, and so sometimes you can still see the brush strokes. Which
Jana says, I want an old VW bus. Jana, do you follow Sasha from Sweet Pickens?
she's got a really cool one.
She has quite a few Volkswagens, and she just finished getting her Sweetie Jane Volkswagen bus wrapped in a floral, and she's doing floral interior, and she actually has a Volkswagen Bug with floral slip covers. It's really cute. I'm not sharing my paint and tools very well today. He just tried to steal my brush.
It's not about sharing. I'm swiping stuff today.
Swiper, no swiping. What show is that from? Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
Kai says, how is Molly doing? She's doing good. I actually, the little, if you guys have seen the little white, like, chair, I don't know, what do you call it? Like bistro set that's out front of the church that we set out there. You saw it in one of those videos. I got that from Molly. I actually don't know what she's up to, like what she's doing job-wise. She's a music teacher by trade. So
And she teaches piano.
I think she's still doing that. Molly's Music Makers. Do you need this anymore, sweetie?
No, I'm good.
Oh, shoot. I had paint going down the side. Do you have a washcloth?
So I went a little more minty on round 2 here. Oh,
That's cute.
I think once, because I will distress, we'll get that done here in a minute, hopefully. What
Can I
time
use
is
the
it?
heat gun?
Oh, 4 minutes? I got this.
4 minutes.
Some people ask why we don't go live for longer. Mostly these days, because we do have really awesome moderators, it's so Caitlin can go to bed and so that I can go to bed.
Also, because tonight I promised my boys if they were good that we could do marshmallows on the outside on open fire. So I gotta get done so I can make s'mores. Bramble, I will definitely pray for your grandson that he gets better soon. What was that?
I don't know, but that sounds like you broke it.
That was very scary.
Is it not turning on now?
It's broken. Harbor Freight. Do we have?
We might not get done in 4 minutes now.
I think that was our
Bring
last,
out the old Wagner.
the old Wagner that's half broken.
It just doesn't blow hard like it used to.
Those are not even 90 days old. I'm taking that back to Harbor Freight.
Yeah, they'll take it back. They know. They'll take it right on back. They know what they sold you.
I think that sparked at me. I made Kimberly jump. All right. I had to make sure you guys are awake. No, I think this.
That one blew too hard and died. This one's not blowing at all.
All right. Well, then we're done because
There's a blow dryer in there.
no, it's good. Just know
I need to show them my distress. Here,
All
tune
right.
that up. Get it all warmed up.
if you guys. So our microphones muffle the sound anyways, but if you could hear this, oh, it's getting warmer.
See, I told you. It's just gotta give it time. Give it time, Kevin.
Might be the breaker. No, I don't think so.
No, the breaker's has got full power. That's the only thing running off that.
No, there's something on here melting onto this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Take
done
that
with heat
outside.
guns
That's
today.
got wax on it.
How did I
it's
get
gonna
wax on
stink.
it? That's it. The universe is telling me don't use heat guns.
Shenanigans here tonight, folks.
So we're going to be in the market for a new heat gun. If anybody has a favorite brand, comment below.
Well, that Wagner lasted like 2.5 years.
That is true. Caitlin ordered that one. She probably had good reviews. Caitlin's good about reading
Yeah,
reviews.
she probably was like, yeah, that one has 5-star rating.
Christy gave us a super chat and she said, tractor fund or a new dryer. We'll use that for a new heat gun. Yes, Caitlin, can you order me another one from Amazon? She shares our business account with us. All right. Well, just picture this with a white two-tone look to it and a slight distress because that's where this is going.
And this one, I'm going to bring the black through. Let me show you close.
Yes, Caitlin, too.
All right.
with
I
backup.
mixed the gray. Let's show them close, though. Show them yours because yours is vintage mint without any gray in it and show them the difference
Well, you're
between
closer.
the two.
Can you show them to them up there?
Mine's wet. I need you to hold yours up.
Oh,
Hold on.
all right. There we go.
Okay, so there's the difference. Let me brighten it up a little.
I'm gonna put my face in it.
So it's still a little minty, but it's definitely taking
Yeah,
that
that
gray.
one's cool. I like it. So this
'Cause-
is gonna get a white two-tone with a little dry brush situation. It's
So
gonna be
that's
cute.
that gray is pretty dry around the top of the lid there, and you can see what the vintage mint did to it. Why won't you?
It did
focus?
all good things. And Zeb's gonna just stress that, and then I don't know, we might too. I think it'd be cute with a white two-tone.
You've been loving the white.
I have been. All right, guys. I apparently need to leave because my voice is gone. I'm breaking things, and I need to make s'mores with the boys. If you want to shop what you saw tonight, or you need some paint or some cute t-shirts, JamieRayVintage.com. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
Love you guys. We'll see you next week.